You think the world owes you something? You think kindness is gonna save you? Listen up. Life doesn't care about your good intentions, your soft heart, or the mercy you tried to show. It took that version of you, the one who tried to be good, to be compassionate, and it spit in his face. That version of you is gone now. And guess what? Good. The light cast you aside, rejected you. Now you're standing in the dark. But let me tell you something. The dark is where the strongest are forged. No one's coming to save you. No one's clapping for you. That fire in your chest, it's all you've got. So stop crying over the person you used to be. He's dead, and he's not coming back. The world made you this way. It stripped you of your illusions, your naivety, your weakness. What's left? A machine, a predator, someone who doesn't ask for permission, doesn't seek validation. Compassion, mercy, they're luxuries for people who haven't been tested. You've been tested. And now, it's time to show the world what happens when you leave someone for dead and they get back up anyway. Remember this, the darkness doesn't destroy you, it rebuilds you. And when you step out of it, you're not the same. You're harder, smarter, ruthless. They'll fear you, hate you, even call you a monster. Let them. Monsters survive, monsters win. So go ahead. Embrace the cold, the silence, the pain. Use it, fuel it. And when you rise, don't look back at the man you were. He's gone. The only question now is, what will you do with the beast you've become? They called you soft, said you cared too much, said your heart was too open, too exposed. And for a long time, you believed them. You thought kindness would get you somewhere. Thought if you gave enough, sacrificed enough, the world would finally meet you halfway. But it didn't. It took everything you had to give, then turn its back on you. You reached out looking for compassion, but the light slammed the door in your face. That's when you realized this world doesn't reward the good. It punishes them. It chews them up and spits them out. That good person you used to be, the one who wanted to help, to heal, to lift others up, he's gone. The world made sure of that. But listen closely. This isn't your funeral. It's your rebirth. The man you used to be was a casualty of war. And now, what's left is the warrior. The light didn't just cast you aside. It forged you in the fire of rejection, betrayal, and pain. It stripped away the unnecessary, the weak, the naive. What remains is unbreakable. Compassion, mercy, those are chains. They held you back, made you hesitate, made you second-guess yourself. And look where it got you. Broken, battered, and left to die in the dark. But now you understand. The dark is where you belong. It's where you've been sharpened, where you've been remade. Let the world think you've changed. Let them say you've become cold, heartless, ruthless. They don't know the battles you've fought, the scars you carry, the nights you've spent clawing your way out of the abyss. Let them judge. Their opinions are the currency of cowards. You don't trade in that anymore. The person you used to be would have begged for understanding. Not anymore. You don't ask for anything now. You take what's yours. Every setback, every betrayal, every ounce of pain they gave you, you've turned it into fuel. The fire in you now isn't warm, it doesn't comfort. It burns, it consumes, it destroys. And you need to be okay with that. You need to accept the version of yourself that survives at all costs. Because this world isn't kind to the weak, and it doesn't bow to the good-hearted. It only respects strength, raw, undeniable, unforgiving strength. So stop mourning who you were. He served his purpose, and now he's gone. The question isn't, why did this happen to me? The question is, what am I going to do about it? Are you going to sit there, crying over the ashes of the man you were? Or are you going to rise up, stronger than ever? The dark isn't your enemy, it's your ally. Embrace it, become it. Let it guide you, fuel you, turn you into the weapon you were always meant to be. When the light cast you aside, it didn't end you. It gave you freedom. No more pretending, no more holding back, no more mercy. From here on out, you don't stop. You don't flinch. You don't hesitate. When they see you coming, they'll know it wasn't the light that built you. It was the darkness. And the darkness doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't apologize. It takes over. They thought you were done. They thought breaking you would silence you. That when the light turned its back, you'd crumble, fall in line, become another forgotten casualty. But what they didn't realize is that darkness doesn't destroy warriors. It awakens them. You've been through hell. You've felt betrayal, like a knife in your back, heartbreak like fire in your chest, failure like chains around your ankles. And now you've got nothing left to lose. That good man, the one who kept hoping, kept believing, kept forgiving, he's gone. The world didn't deserve him, and now they've got you instead. You don't ask why anymore. You don't waste time trying to understand why the world is so cruel. The answer is simple. It's a game designed to crush the weak. The rules were never fair. You were never supposed to win. But here's where they messed up. They underestimated you. They thought they could cast you aside, that you'd fade into nothing. Instead, you've turned that rejection into rage, that pain into power. Forget the light. It didn't make you, and you don't need it. Compassion, it left you the moment the world showed its true face. Mercy, you buried it with the person you used to be. You've been remade in fire and fury, and now there's no stopping you. You're not here to be liked. You're not here to be understood. You're here to dominate, to take everything they said you couldn't have and make it yours, to grind so hard they can't ignore you, to rise so high they choke on their doubts. This isn't revenge, it's reclamation. Every inch of ground they took from you, every piece of yourself you gave away, you're taking it all back, piece by piece, inch by inch, with blood, sweat, and sheer will. Let them call you heartless. Let them whisper about how you've changed. They don't know what it takes to survive in this world. They don't understand the kind of pain it takes to become unbreakable. You've seen the worst, felt the worst, been the worst, and still, you're standing. The darkness is your territory now. It's where you've built your strength, honed your edge, become a force they can't handle. You've shed the dead weight of pity, of doubt, of weakness. What's left is a machine, unstoppable, ruthless, relentless. You're not just surviving, you're thriving in the chaos. You've taken the rules, torn them apart, and rewritten them in your own blood. You're not asking for their respect. You're taking it. You're not looking for a way out. You're kicking the damn door down and taking over the room. This isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of the one where you stop playing nice and start winning. No excuses, no compromises, no hesitation. You're the storm now, and they'd better pray they're ready when it hits. Because the light may have cast you aside, but the darkness, it made you unstoppable.